Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to talk about VSTAR Universe and what the pull rates are looking like for VSTAR Universe. Now, they've gone and done an opening on the Japanese YouTube channel, and the first question, I think this is a fair point, is you can go, wassy, come on, mate. They open like one box. What can you really tell us from one box? And the answer is, well, it is one box, admittedly. But it's also, this is kind of the sequel to VMAX Climax, which was a sequel to Shiny Star V. Shiny Star V was the end of year 1 of the Sword and Shield TCG. VMAX Climax was the end of year 2 of the Sword and Shield TCG. And this is the end of year 3. So, if the box we open looks kind of similar to all the boxes we saw from VMAX Climax and Shiny Star V, then that should tell us that we've got a similar thing going on here. And the wonderful, wonderful news is, that seems to be what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. That seems to be exactly what we've got. So, one of the coolest things we need to point out before we get going, there's actually a new kind of special energy. It's not special energy, it's basic energy, but it's very special basic energy. So they pulled a darkness energy and they've put it in as a secret rare, as an SR. Now, for those of you that are wondering, SR is the same designation given to some of the full art supporters that have been shown off so far. Specifically, Volo and Elisa Sparkle, and Friends in Hisui and Friends in Sinnoh. They're the only 4 secret rares SRs that have been shown off so far. Does this mean that you get one of those or one of the energy? This is the one question where I don't have a great answer for you, and I'm sorry. I hope so, but I can't actually tell you for absolute certain one way or the other here. For that, I can only apologise. Everything else, I'm pretty sure I've got the answer. But I'll be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to this special energy, I know it's designated as a secret rare, but I don't know what the deal is in terms of whether you always get a secret rare and whether it's kind of like an energy or a full art supporter. That's a thing we're going to have to wait and see. Now, I can tell you that there is a slot in the pack which is either a reverse holo or an art rare. So we saw that in the box they pulled Galarian Zapdos, they pulled Dunsparce, and they actually pulled a Feeble that we'd not yet seen before. Brand new Feeble, never before seen, as in, this particular artwork hadn't been seen. So that was a really cool little bonus of, hey, here's a card you've never seen before. Remember, the Galarian Zapdos is going to be a promo for us. It's not going to be in the set. It's only going to be available as a promo. That's pretty important. But if you don't get one of those in a pack, you get yourself one of those really cool new reverse holos. Now, I showed you this the other day, and, for me personally, there are a bunch that I'm after. There are Electabuzz and Fluffy Okacheke cards. There's Manaphy, which we all know is Okacheke. No, Hyganasuke, the other one that I love. There are a bunch of really cool ones. But you're not getting that many in a box, because that secret rare I showed you also takes up that same slot. So from 10 packs in a box, what they had here was 6 reverse holos, 3 artwork rares, and 1 secret rare. So there's only actually 6 reverse holos in the box. And all of the non-holo cards can come as reverse holos. That's quite a lot of different options. So these reverse holos are actually going to be sneakily a real pain to try and get. But it does seem to be that the artwork rares take up that slot, which we would expect, and the secret rare does as well. Now, it is worth noting that in VMAX Climax, for instance, it was 3 or 4 character rares per box, so I don't think we should say for certain it's 3 art rares per box. My guess would be 3 or 4. We saw 3 in this box, so take 3. At the moment, we know there's 3. And I would be stunned if there were fewer, but it may well be that there can be a 4th. That's something we'll have to wait and see. Now, in every pack, you get yourself a Pokemon V or a Pokemon V-Star or V-Max. In this particular box, we saw that they pulled 6 Pokemon V. They pulled 2 V-Star, that being Simisear and Zeraora, one VMAX, that being Mew, and then they pulled the Raikou Special Art Rare. Now, we knew there was going to be one Special Art Rare per box. That's very standard. We saw that in the previous sets. What is kind of interesting is that this takes up the slot. That is to say that if you get one of these in your pack, you're not getting a regular VMAX or VSTAR, which I think is pretty understandable, honestly. I think we can forgive that. But it is worth noting that this is one of yours. So essentially, in the box, the box we saw open had 6 Pokemon V, 3 VSTAR or VMAX, and 1 Special Art Rare. Remember, the Special Art Rares can actually be supporter cards. They don't need to be Pokemon V, VSTAR, or VMAX. So, for instance, the Adamant and Irida have been confirmed to be Special Art Rares, and I'm pretty sure that if you get an Adam or an Irida, if you get a supporter Special Art Rare, you're not then guaranteed to get a Pokemon one as well. That seems to be the way it tends to go. But getting a V or V-Star or VMAX in every single pack is just awesome. It's one of the things that makes these packs so gosh darn good and just so generally wonderful. I'm a big fan of this, you may be able to tell. I love that they do this and being able to get one in every pack. It's just cool, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. It's just extremely cool. And we did see a single Radiant Pokemon being pulled. That was Greninja. Worth pointing out that every time Japan has had a set where you can get Radiant Pokemon, that is to say the high-class packs and Pokemon Go, there has always been exactly 1 Radiant Pokemon per box guaranteed. So, I suppose, looking only at 1 box, no, we can't guarantee that it's 1 Radiant Pokemon per box. But every single time Japan has done boxes where you can get Radiant Pokemon, and there's been 4 of them so far, it's always been exactly 1 Radiant Pokemon per box. And there was 1 Radiant Pokemon in this box. And this is the kind of thing I'm saying to you, right? No, we can't say absolutely definitively from 1 box opening. But when we've had 4 sets with Radiant Pokemon in, all of which have had 1 Radiant Pokemon per box, and then they open this up and there's 1 Radiant Pokemon, I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. That kind of tells you everything you need to know. And then, of course, you've got stuff like Greninja, which is a very good playable card. But then you got stuff like Charizard, which is very good and playable and brand new. But then you've got like Eternatus and Charjabug as well, which are actual brand new, never before seen Radiant Pokemon. So I'm a little interested in this one. I've got 2 boxes that I've sourced at the moment, plus a couple of other sets which have VSTAR Universe in. That is not going to be enough. Trying to complete this set, I mean, just the reprint and new alone, there's 3 Radiant Pokemon, the new artworks, plus the actual just straight reprint. It's gonna get a bit difficult. So here's a graphic they showed at the end, and this sums it up quite nicely. Here are the key talking points. 1 Radiant Pokemon per box, that is to be expected. 3 art rares per box, that could be 3 or 4, judging by previous sets. I think put a pin in that one for now. 1 V-Star or VMAX per pack, with a roughly 2-to-1 ratio there. 2 Vs for every V-Star or VMAX. 1 Special Art Rare per box, and I think 1 Secret Rare per box. I think that's right. And then any pack that doesn't have an Art Rare or a Secret Rare will have one of those lovely reverse holo cards. So when you buy a box of this set, you're probably going to be getting 6 Pokemon V, 3 V-Star or VMAX, at least 3 artwork rares, a Special Art Rare, a Super Rare, and a Radiant Pokemon. This is from 10 packs. 1 box, 10 packs. So if you still at this stage were wondering, well, why is VSTAR Universe so sought after? This is why. You can just look at the art rares, Special Art Rares, etc., and go, hang on a second, that's stunning. But then when you consider there's at least a Pokemon V in every pack, and you get a Radiant Pokemon in every box, and you get yourself all those lovely reverse holos, etc., and this starts looking absolutely ridiculous. The good news is this is basically equivalent in terms of pull rates to VMAX Climax, and that means very good things. In VMAX Climax, by the way, you would get yourself a character super rare, and you would get yourself a secret rare. So a special art rare and a secret rare per box should be kind of expected. This is great, ladies and gentlemen, and I am loving it. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Stephanie Schapp, who's been a supporter of ours for a little while now, and does seem to be a very lovely person. So thank you for the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.